So the big question is this. How entrepreneurs like us who have been breaking with old beliefs, like the idea of holding a 9-to-5 job and living paycheck to paycheck, taking a lifetime to reach business and life success as the only option we have? How do we grow our business in a way that lets us highly service our customers, getting our products and services and the things that we believe in out into the world without diluting our life but enhancing it and taking the journey of internal and external growth? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. Your host is Marina Simon, and welcome to 10 Exit. Life and business as usual? Never again.
Hi, I am so excited to be here with you today. Recently, we've been doing very long podcasts, and I think we need to keep the short ones in. I think, it's the format is easier to consume. So, today I want to talk about a very, very inspiring subject. And it's, what is a professional? Right? What makes Steve Jobs, who he was and is because he left a legacy, what makes Muhammad Ali, who he is, Kobe Bryant, who he was, Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Serena Williams, Pelé, Joe Montana, Mike Tyson, and even in other fields, Benjamin Franklin and many others, in the past, present, and future. What makes a professional? Why is it that some people go up in their own industries and areas of life and create a difference? Right? What takes them there? So, let's see first, what is the definition of a professional? A professional is somebody that can produce a high-quality product. If you think about each of these guys, that's exactly what they do. What did Steve Jobs did? He produced a high-quality product that really changed the civilization the way we live now. How does Kobe Bryant, operated? High-quality product, right? People were excited about going and seeing him. So, a professional is not an audience. And he views things. And when he views things, he looks for what's good in them and neglects the poor, low-quality things. Isn't it interesting? They see things on the top. They see things almost perfection-wise. They disregard the low-quality things in anything. The reason he does this is so he has an ideal scene. Now, what do I mean by ideal scene? An ideal scene is that situation that when you look at any area of life will be your dream come true. What will be the ideal scene of a football player? That he is losing 0 games and winning everything, right? What is the ideal scene of a gymnast? What will be to go to the Olympics and have such a development and such a presentation that people will just have a standing ovation, right? What will be the ideal scene of a product? In this case, well, we can talk about the production of Steve Jobs, the iPhone and everything he created. Well, that was the ideal scene, right? A way that people could communicate in ways we did not do before. We used to answer the phones at home, right? And all of a sudden the mobiles came on, and all of a sudden the iPhone came on where you have access to doing calls and seeing each other by the phone. We never imagined that to happen, right? That was an ideal scene that he had a vision and he developed that vision. So he had an ideal scene. What is an ideal scene of your own business? Right? Is it that you just have one client a day, or you have an influx of clients coming in the door if you have a brick and mortar? And if you have an internet business, it will be that you can't keep up with the demand of your product or service because people love it. They just can't have enough of it. And that you create such an organization and systems that you can deliver that product in abundance and that you grow and grow and grow with no limits, right? So you can see that is an ideal scene. So the reason he does this is so he has an ideal scene. Without an ideal scene, he just operates out of, information and produces otherwise a low quality product, but he's not a professional. If he doesn't have that magic viewpoint of what is the dream, right? What is the ideal? Without that ideal scene, he can never get a preconception of what he's trying to produce. If he's a photographer and he doesn't have the ideal scene of that scene, he can't preconceive the ideal shot of that scene. You follow? So that is a professional. Another thing that separates a member of the audience from a professional is that the professional only think in terms of getting out an actual product. Right? He wants to deliver. He wants to exchange. He wants to give you the perfect shot. He wants to give you the perfect shot of the ball. Right? Like Kobe Bryant. Or he wants to deliver you the perfect phone, like Steve Jobs. Or Serena Williams. She wants to deliver you the perfect tennis shot. Right? Where she wins that set. It never enters in his head that he's just there for the ride. Or that being an expert on quotations is enough. I'm an expert. I'm an authority. Well, what does that mean? Are you delivering an ideal product? A member of the audience has no faintest concept or idea of getting out a product. They're just looking at you, right? They're not producing the product. A professional stands up and fights the fight, gets the product out. And if people don't like it, he observes and he comes back, fixes or betters the product and puts it up again, right? He falls down, he stands up. He falls down, he stands up, right? He doesn't bend. So these can apply to a writer, a director, an actor, a cameraman, a makeup man, anything, right? You can be a professional in anything you do. You can be a professional father. You can be a professional husband. You can be a professional son. You can be a professional cook. You can be a professional chef. It's just living life that way. So it isn't magic or luck that makes the professional. What is behind is hard-won know-how carefully applied. A true professional may do things pretty easy from all appearances, but he's actually taking care with each little bit that it is just right. So it's funny because when you see these guys, you think, oh my God, it's just so easy on him. Like it didn't took anything. Guess what, guys? It's hard work behind that is established. He has drill and drill and drill. I don't know how many tests did Steve Jobs or people had to fire in order to get his ideal product, right? Benjamin Franklin, how many times did he try what he was trying to do, right? Kobe Bryant, how many times or hours and hours of training did he did to become that, right? LeBron James, Tiger Woods, how many shots in golf did he try? So it's really hard work, right? And know-how hardly won. But it looks very simple, right? When you're looking at them, it's like, oh my God, it's natural. It gives to him. Well, behind that is a lot of work. Now, can we all become professionals in what we do? That's a question that, that I would like to ask our audience. It's like, can you become a professional on every little single piece of the things you do or areas of life you create? Again, you can become a professional husband. Or you can become a professional business owner, or you can become a professional entrepreneur to a point where you take that to power and you become a CEO of a company, right? Of your own company. So I want to read you something that comes from Mr. Hubbard's management system, right? He's an amazing administrator, and he wrote something about professionalism. And everything I'm sharing today with you, it comes from his, from his systems of management. So, professionalism. What is that? Don't ever do anything as though you were an amateur. Anything you do, do it as a professional to professional standards. If you have the idea about anything, you do that, you just dabble in it, you will wind up with a double life. Double means you're just trying it, just not having high quality with it, right? There will be no satisfaction in it because there will be no real production you can be proud of. Develop the frame of mind that whatever you do, you're doing it as a professional, and move up to professional standards in it. You can apply this to any area of your life, since you wake up until you go to bed, and try it. See how you feel. And see how the people around you feel about the way you operate, with them, or the way you service them. Never let it be said of you that you live an amateur life. Professionals see situations and they handle what they see. They are not amateur dabblers. So learn this as a first lesson about life. The only successful beings in any field, including living itself, are those who have a professional viewpoint, make themselves professionals, and are professionals. And that's that, my friends. I hope you like it.
Thanks for joining us today on 10 Exit. Life and business as usual, never again. We love always hearing from you. Please feel free to send Marina an email, marina@marinasimonbrand.com. Your input and comments are always welcome, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you like the podcast, you can always subscribe to it. Remember, the best way to predict the future is to create it.